This maze is so hard. They did so narrow at the bottom.
What's good, y'all boys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're gonna be doing something new. I'm starting a new series. I'm just gonna tell y'all straight out. So we're gonna be starting Freaky
Bruh.
Freaky ass nigga, he a 69 God. Freaky ass nigga,
You's a freaky ass nigga.
Oh man, we messed that up, man. But today we're gonna be starting a new series. Alright. It's gonna be called Fright Nights. And Fright Nights is where we sit here, we come together, and we enjoy spooky, scary, haunted, anything you can name of, creepy, all that. We enjoy that together as a group. And today we got I just scrolled through YouTube and randomly picked something. So we got 5 true terrifying horror stories, animated. And we're just gonna sit here and watch and react to this together as a collective, bruh. So, like I say in all my other videos, strap in, buckle up, do whatever you want to do, bro. Get your popcorn, get anything. Alright? Make sure these joints is at 100%. And let's get into this.
This happened to me and my wife a few months after we moved into a new place. This took place back in November of 2018 and actually wasn't even fully resolved until just recently. So back at this point in time, me and my wife were going through some hard times. I was making money through some slightly illegal means and had actually gone to jail for 9 months.
What he was doing, bruh?
I got out in September of 2018 and I had a job in the city waiting for me when I got home. Now when I got out of jail, my wife was living with her mom about an hour away from the city. But she knew we had to find somewhere to live close to both of our jobs that were downtown in the city that we were moving to.
Word.
Since we were starting all over after the legal fees, lawyers, fines, and other assorted debts, we knew we could only afford something super cheap that would let us pay week to week instead of having to pay security deposits
Eat up, bro.
and monthly rent up front.
Get your popcorn.
We found a boarding house in our city and checked it out. There were 4 rooms in the house with a shared kitchen and bathroom for everyone. We moved into one of the rooms. Our neighbors on the first floor were a 30-year-old lady and her mom. And then upstairs there was a young guy who moved in the same week as us. And lastly, a young couple that lived in the room next to the other young guy. In the 3 months that we lived there,
Brock
the
and
only
Judy.
people we talked to was the young couple upstairs.
Brock,
They
big
seemed
as hell,
similar
boy.
to us in age and interests, and we just usually talked to them in passing, or maybe on the front porch
They like
when
to do
we were all
that,
out there having a cigarette.
Yeah,
They were nice
I don't
enough,
even know,
and
bro.
we also smoked
I was
weed,
gonna say
which
something,
me
but
and
it
my
wasn't
wife
gonna
did
be
as well.
appropriate.
And we smoked on the porch together a couple of times. Things were just
Yeah, they
a-okay
holding
until the
them
month of
joints,
November
like
came,
these.
and shit just started to hit the fan, left and right, with this couple who we'll name Jim and Sierra. It started off
Should've
small.
went with Brock and Judy,
Things
bro.
like hearing them get into short shouting matches, or one or both of them asking me and my wife to borrow money, or constantly trying to bum cigarettes. One day I came home and Sierra was walking into the house, the same time as me, with 3 guys that I've never seen before, and a case of beer. They party all night and keep me and my wife up, but we end up going to
She
bed
got
around
tore
5
down,
a.m.
my boy.
A few days later, we are
Raps
woken up
for
on a
shorty.
Sunday. Me and my wife's only day off to Jim screaming at Sierra, throwing all of her stuff into the front yard. He was calling her everything in the book you can imagine,
He on coke.
and told her to get out of his life, yada yada yada.
Cola.
They argued for like 3 hours and eventually someone picked Sierra up. We had a week of peace and quiet, but by the next week she was moved back in, and the fights and screaming were constant. Until one night. It was a Tuesday night, the day before my birthday. Me and my wife worked that day and just kind of lounged around after work. My wife and I ended up smoking some weed around 1 a.m. and we put in a movie to giggle at all night. The whole time we were watching this
Smoking
movie,
Mother
we could hear Jim and
Nature.
Sierra screaming at each other. We could hear them stomping around as they moved around upstairs in the room right above our ceiling. They
Rock
went on
ain't
the whole
playing,
movie,
bro.
it seemed like.
Rock wanna
After
scrap.
actually making it through the movie without falling asleep from smoking too much, we both noticed that Jim and Sierra had finally stopped fighting. We both wanted to take advantage of the quiet, and we laid down and cuddled up to sleep until we had to go to work in the morning. I was woken up in the middle of the night by my wife, who was shaking me and looking off toward my side of the bed. I was so tired and out of it that I thought maybe she saw a big bug and wanted me to kill it. I turn over to get up, and when I do, there is a man standing next to my bed, hunched over my nightstand going through my drawer, and the man has an empty milk gallon in his hand. After rolling over and us locking eyes, he stood up from his hunched position and was just staring at me. I kicked my feet out onto the floor and I sat up on the bed as he started backing up slowly, one step at a time.
Yeah,
At this point, I finally realized
fight or
that it's
flight,
Jim in
bruh.
our room going through my stuff, holding an empty milk gallon. Now, like I said, I was still pretty out of it and just calmly said to him, "What's up, Jim? Why the hell are you in our room, bud?" After a few seconds, Jim asks, "Can I borrow your guys' car, man? Or can one of you take me down to the gas station and back real quick?" Thank goodness for my wife, who was finally fully awake, unlike me, who said, "What? You broke in our room to borrow our car. No, you cannot borrow our car after you broke into our room at 4 a.m. Now get the hell out of here, you freaking weirdo." Surprisingly, Jim leaves, but he doesn't just leave. He sprints out the front
Yeah,
door
on
and
that
starts
booger sugar,
running
bro.
down the street
That
towards the
damn
gas
booger sugar.
station that he asked us to take him to. I looked at my wife, and before we can even say anything to each other, our other neighbor from upstairs comes down and says that Jim and Sierra were fighting worse than he had ever heard or saw, that he hadn't heard any noise coming from the room for about an hour. My wife, who was feeling protective of a fellow female who had to endure similar abuse in the past, told me and our neighbor to go upstairs and check on her. So we go upstairs, and the door to Jim and Sierra's room is shut, but not locked. I knocked and shouted for someone, and
cooked
there
her,
was no
bro.
answer. Standing side by side, me and my neighbor turned the doorknob and pushed the door open. On the back wall of the room, Sierra was laying on the couch, face up, and we also noticed that the floor and ceiling had been hacked up, almost like someone was trying to get inside of the floor and ceiling for some reason.
What?
Me and my neighbor walked over to the couch, thinking that Jim had knocked her unconscious, but when we made it to her, we realized there was blood on the couch and thin blood streaks on the wall, and blood all over her. I can't speak for my neighbor, but as soon as I looked at her, I thought, she doesn't have a face. The neighbor called the cops immediately, and I was just standing there dumbfounded. I heard him tell the police that Jim had smashed his girlfriend's face in with a sledgehammer, and the weapon was still there, but Jim had run off. The police told us to
That's
leave the room and wait
crazy.
outside if we felt safe doing so. The cops came and they put an APB out on Jim, and they found him about an hour later running down the street. After talking to the cops, they said it looked like Jim was trying to find the gas line in the house, and he probably wanted me to take him to the gas station to get fuel to help him burn down the house with Sierra inside.
Isn't that like an apartment
After all the cops
complex,
left
bro?
and everything calmed down, me and my wife looked at each other like, what the hell? We had to call into work the next day because there were 2 news vans out front all morning, and every time we stepped out for a smoke or anything, they were badgering us for an interview. It ended up being a small blip in the news with a short paragraph in the newspaper and a 1-minute segment on the local news channel. But yeah, that's how I was face to face with a murderer, right after he killed his girlfriend in the same house I was in.
Blood all on his hands.
White man, dark hair.
Come on now, bruh.
So this part of the story starts in 2009, and I was a junior in high school. I lived in a small town in Ohio. In the fall, I started to date my first real boyfriend, John. He was a senior,
Why
and
do you
many
have
of
my
his
name
friends
to
were
look
dating
like
my
that?
friends, and he was well-liked and funny at school. I'm
That
thrilled
sound
about the
like me, but
relationship,
that ain't me.
especially because my strict parents even seemed to like him as well. He was pretty quiet around them, but always polite and appreciative in their presence. Since it's a small
Shit like a
town, John lived
marshmallow,
literally
bruh.
down the street, and we hung out all the time.
Yeah.
My parents were actually getting divorced at the
Marshmallow
time,
face
so I liked
ass.
spending time at his place
He
more
like a
than mine.
biscuit.
John lived with Chris, a man who wasn't his biological dad, but somehow he had lived with since around the age of 13, and often called him Dad. Chris was an adolescence counselor who knew John because he had been in the foster care system, and he had taken John in. Chris was an amazing human who was fun to be around, and it was just the two of them and their pug Murphy at the house.
Yeah.
I don't know much about John's childhood at first, other than it had clearly been rough enough for him to be involved with children's services. Anyways, we spent a lot of time together, and always had a good time with Chris as well.
That might be a dude, bro. You seen
Eventually,
that?
John confided in me that he often had really bad depression and would get really bad thoughts. I was shook by this, and I even told Chris about it as well. Regardless, we continued to date, and I did my best to support him. So the next year I'm a senior and John has graduated, but he's not really doing anything. He didn't go to college, and his plans to join the military weren't working out, so he's just living with Chris and working a part-time job that my dad had gotten for him. I've always been into school and extracurriculars, and
I understand,
I felt like
bro.
John was
That's
holding me
life.
back. Our relationship was going
Sometimes
downhill
we just
in
end
many
up in
ways,
shitty
but
situations.
I was
bro.
scared if I broke it off that he might really do something drastic. He had threatened to do so when I tried.
She
In
kinda
May
muscular
2011,
too, huh?
I graduated high school and decided I had to leave the relationship behind. I was having my own depression issues, and
Look at
John was having a
Marshmallow Man.
detrimental
He's
effect on my mental
pissed.
health.
Look.
I finally told him that we had to break up, and he needed
built
to
like
stop
a,
contacting me with
what's
these
them
threats.
what's
I
them
mostly cut off all
bro?
contact, and a couple of months later, I got an apartment with a friend, about 30 minutes away from home, beside the college I was attending. One Friday night in April 2012, I'm in my hometown to see a friend, and I pass John's house where I see police cars everywhere. I'm shocked and I didn't know what to think, so I immediately call our mutual friend Kyle. Kyle said he has no clue what was going on with John, and he says that John had hung out at his house a few days before.
Are you on my dick? Word. Get off my dick.
The animated one was terrible, bro. So I just switched it up and went to another one, bro. Just follow me. Come on, bro. It is what it is.
One of the most terrifying things anyone could encounter while camping.
What the?
They're like Hagrid.
What is that?
And in the Chamber of Secrets, bro.
That's weird, man.
At first glance, it seemed like a mysterious person standing at a distance, watching him. But as he looked closer, he realized it wasn't human at all. The sight left him wondering, what exactly was it he saw? This video was shared on Facebook by a user named Marie Louise Montero and was recorded by a professional photographer during a 12-day camping trip in a cave in Cuba. For several days, the two men explored the cave alone, and while filming, they unknowingly caught something unexpected.
Oh,
y'all seen that?
At first, it seems like nothing strange is happening, but when the video is slowed down, a strange figure becomes visible, moving in the shadows. Considering how isolated their trip was, the appearance of this unexplained figure adds an eerie element to the footage.
That's a shoulder, bro.
To this day, no one
walking
knows
shoulder,
what was captured on camera. Marathon runner Kay and her friend Cassie were exploring the trails in a Hawaiian rainforest when they accidentally caught this on camera. In one of their photos, a dark, shadowy figure can be seen
I'm in the
near
room by
Kay's head.
myself too, bro.
Neither Kay
I'm
nor
not
Cassie
feeling it.
saw the figure during their run, and there were no statues
That's
or buildings on the trail
creepy.
to explain what they captured. Things got even stranger when they checked the camera's live view. The figure seemed to appear out of thin air. During the fourth lap of her run, Kay suddenly felt a sharp pain in her right leg, which forced her to stop. After informing the race organizers, Kay and Cassie went back to their Airbnb. While looking through the photos, they spotted the strange figure.
Yeah, she got bit, bro.
While camping
turned
in
into a
the
vampire.
Kaibab Forest, located near Tusayan, Arizona, a team discovered
Tucson.
something truly disturbing. As they continued their exploration, They came across a large fire pit at a campsite.
Somebody
Nearby,
was cooking
they found
nicely.
a child's shoe and more scattered bones,
Yeah.
which hinted at either pagan rituals or something more ominous. Venturing further into the woods, they stumbled upon something else.
Which, that's probably true. Doesn't explain the bones
that
around
bear
that one
skin?
tree or the shoe. And here's another random elk leg. There's a bone by it.
Nah, somebody just eating
Another
good,
bone
bro.
right there. They say it's lazy hunters, okay?
They
Jeez.
just cooked their meat
Today
and
we're
it
walking
just
around
came
and have
straight out the
come
bone, bro.
across this carcass of this. It looks like a horse.
These discoveries hint at dark activities in the Kaibab forest. This footage, captured during a camping trip near the Gettysburg battlefield, reveals something downright terrifying.
What is that? Oh my God.
God,
What am I seeing? No
that
way
might
there's
just be a
guy.
tombstone,
No
bro.
way.
It looks like a statue, bro.
The uploader mentioned that as they turned around, the figure they saw suddenly disappeared. Sadly, the
shit
video
got
was
me
too dark
jumpy,
to show
bro.
clear details of what they
I mean,
saw.
looking around.
Later, they filmed the same spot during the day. In this daylight footage, you can see cannons lined up, but there's no statue or anything else where the figure appeared at night. A family was happily playing near the edge of the woods. As they laughed and ran around, the kids suddenly noticed something unusual in the distance. It was a dark, strange-looking figure standing still and watching them from a far-off spot.
Good.
All right, it's time to go south. Let's go.
I don't know what happened, bro, but I think my mic went out, so we just gonna keep it going from there.
Camera picks up a creature with bright, shining eyes. As it approaches the camera, it seems curious, nudging it until it falls to the ground. Two men were camping near an abandoned house when they decided to check it out.
No.
What they caught inside was downright terrifying.
Hey, yo. Oh, that shit crazy.
They found a creature
Oh,
resembling a
no.
woman, but with a ghastly face full of sharp teeth. Locals claim that this being is
Yeah,
a
shoot
jinn,
that, bro.
a powerful creature from folklore. The
You
men
gotta get
quickly
rid of
left
that
this
one.
frightening encounter. This camper decides to record himself while sharing a creepy tale with his viewers. As he talks, he suddenly spots something strange moving in the background.
My girl is crazy. There is somebody coming. Oh my God, there's somebody coming. Guys, there's somebody coming. Hold on, there's somebody fucking coming. Nobody's supposed to be back here. Who the fuck is that, bro? Hold on, there's somebody right there. There's somebody coming, guys. Hold on. Dude, what the fuck is going on here? Bro, what the fuck? Who the hell is that?
Are you scared,
Hello?
bro?
Who is that? I don't have no key, man. Leave me alone. Leave me alone.
Thinking quickly, he runs to his tent, which seems like a good idea.
What are you gonna do?
But
Hide
instead
in the
of
tent,
preparing
bro?
for trouble, he continues telling his story. When he talks to the camera, he hears unsettling noises around his tent.
The fuck is the tent going to save you from, bro? Come on now. Be realistic, bro.
After a few minutes, he decides to venture outside to check the forest.
Something just moved out there. That sounds like a pig. That sounds like a boar.
Yeah, you finna get ate, my boy.
that train? Oh. Where the hell is it? I don't see it. I hear it, but I don't see it.
Afraid and confused, he quickly runs back to his tent, only to find himself in a terrifying situation.
I feel like I'm being stalked by a... Whoa! Whoa! No,
See,
no, no,
bro?
please leave me alone.
That's why you stay your ass in the house.
Yo! Who is that? Stop playing around with me! Who is that?
The identity
Yeah.
of this mysterious creature remains unknown. This deer has
Yeah,
been
bring that
spotted
blicky,
looking
bro.
so strange, it's been nicknamed the zombie deer. But this deer is suffering from a condition called cutaneous fibromas, commonly known as deer warts.
Ooh.
These unusual tumors can appear on the animal's skin. While they aren't particularly painful, they can seriously affect the deer's overall health and well-being. In this particular case, the deer is heavily affected, making it sad to see such a magnificent animal in this condition. Unfortunately, there isn't much that can be done to help this deer. The Northwest Wind is a YouTube channel known for showcasing relaxing stealth camping experiences in beautiful locations. But on January 26, 2024, the creator decided to venture deep into a forest for a night of camping.
No.
Initially, everything went as usual. He found a nice spot and began setting up his tent. As night fell, he settled into his tent and drifted off to sleep. However, in the middle of the night, he was woken up by the sound of footsteps.
Somebody. I don't know if they can see it or not. I'm leaning right up against the light. Somebody's walking around out there very close to the tent.
The noise grew louder, and panic set in as he realized someone was
Look like
getting
you ain't even
closer.
put your tent out right, bro. Hello? I'm getting the out of here. Hello? Hello? I don't know what the this is, but we're getting out of here. Hang on. Hello? Okay, they're walking away now. What do you want? What do you want? Your brains. I have a knife. Where's my knife? With me. With me here. Holy crap. Get away. What do you want? Hello? I can't see you. Hello? Alright, I'm getting out of here. We're getting the hell out of here. You've been saying that for how long now, bro? Get out of there. What do you want?
He feared that the people outside could be robbers or someone with bad intentions.
Tell
With
me, bro.
uncertainty
You're
about their
supposed to bring
motives,
that-
he felt it was
that
best to stay
stain on
cautious
you, bro.
and quiet.
Telling
Feeling
you.
overwhelmed, he began to panic.
I just ate. I'm soaked. I'm toast. Okay, oh, they're coming. Leave me alone!
He decided that leaving the area was the safest choice. But as he tried to escape, he felt like those footsteps kept following him. A group of brave locals decided to explore a mysterious forest, and what they found left them shocked.
Yo, fuck is that?
As they ventured deep into the dark woods, their flashlights revealed a strange creature hiding in the shadows. As the locals encountered this bizarre being, their fear and disbelief were clear. The creature had dark fur and glowing eyes, moving in a way that felt otherworldly. Many theories popped up, but the true nature of the creature remains unknown. In a recent viral video, a person can be seen trying to keep their camera steady while wandering in the woods. As the video unfolds, the reason for their anxiety becomes clear. A humanoid figure with pale skin, long claws, and an eerie presence can be seen. Many viewers have commented that the creature filmed in the video is known as the Rake. This footage comes from a YouTube channel called Exploring with Fighters, created by a group of friends. The group decided to camp at the well-known Black Forest Witch Gallow. Just as they were about to finish recording, strange and unsettling things began to happen.
He said, alive. Burning alive. See? British angry. Oh my god, what the heck is going on? British angry. Oh my god.
The group heard eerie noises, felt their tent being kicked, and even sensed fingers brushing against the fabric of the tent. As the disturbances grew stronger, the friends debated whether to stay or leave. As they were about to exit the tent, something surprising happened.
Set the standard with a practice partner you can count on. Build your best practice with Headway.
What is this place?
What the fuck was that? Dude, it's like someone just... I know. Did you feel that?
Yeah. Bro, I see a common denominator in all this, bro. And that's to bring protection. That's all I'm gonna say, bro. Cause everybody talking about they ain't got or they got a knife. Come on, bro. Use that.
Yeah. What the fuck was that? I don't know. It's like someone just fucking kicked us on, like, through the tent. I know.
Did anyone record that?
Yeah, I'm recording. I'm recording shit. I was just falling asleep.
That means you got it. You probably got the wind kick and then your reaction.
There was someone fucking pulling the tent out.
That's what it looked like. The whole tent got pushed.
Yeah. Dude, I felt it in my foot. It was like someone kicked it.
No, I know.
Viewers who watched the footage later noticed a mysterious creature darting away on the right side of the screen, coming from the direction of their parked car.
Parked car.
I know, open the fucking tent. Whoa. Open the tent, open the tent. Fucking wind, bro. That's someone banging on the fucking tent. Come on, open it. Shut. There's no one here. What was that fucking... Oh, calm down.
Feeling uneasy from the strange occurrences, the group ultimately decided to pack their things and leave the area. Will's whereabouts is a popular traveling and camping YouTube channel based in the UK.
Prepare for anything,
the host,
bro.
Will, takes his viewers on exciting journeys through the countryside, sharing helpful tips and tricks for camping and enjoying nature.
Word.
However, one episode stands out for its eerie twist. In this particular episode, Will decides to camp at Box Hill, a historic and heavily wooded area located southwest of London. After a long day of exploring, he sets up his tent and crawls into his sleeping bag. But as the night deepens, his plans for rest are suddenly disrupted.
The fuck?
I don't think I'm going to be getting much sleep tonight.
Yeah, somebody getting their
In the middle of the night, Will is
No
jolted
diddy.
awake by a strange and unsettling noise. The unsettling wails continue,
Oh, that's a
leaving
diddy
many
party out
wondering
there, bro.
what could be happening in the woods. Exploring with Angelo is a YouTube channel that highlights adventures in abandoned and haunted locations worldwide.
Going further down there.
See, I can react to it from here, bro, but I don't think I could, like,
oh my god,
actually be there, bro. I don't think I can do that.
something literally just stomped right in front of me. Nope. No thank you. I don't even want to check what that just said.
While exploring a dark area, he suddenly notices something moving between the trees. In a moment of panic, he takes off running back to his tent.
What the hell was that? Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna go back to the tent. Screw this. That was freaky.
Whatever he saw that night truly shocked him. Now, check out this video.
Alright, y'all. That was our first episode. It was alright. But as time goes on, it's just gonna keep getting better and better, bros. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe, bro. Alright? And come right back here for some Fright Night. That was Volume 1. We're gonna keep this series going. I appreciate y'all.